Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the hashtag Ask Joe Show. This show is a show where you can ask me anything photography or filmmaking related one time a week down below in the comments. And if you ask those questions, I will go ahead and answer them once a week in a 3 to 5 minute show. And where we're going to start off today, I have a question that somebody asked me, which kind of gave me this idea. That and the fact that it popped up on my feed from Gary Vee on YouTube, I figured, why don't I do a show like that? And here we are. And today's topic is going to be centered around what people don't tell you about starting out as an artist or a creator. And I want to go ahead and tell you that the first thing that you should know about starting out as an artist is you need to learn how to be okay with being alone. When you first start off as a content creator, your friends and family aren't going to understand the vision. They're going to tell you that you need to get a safe job, and they're going to tell you they need a plan B, and that you need to go to school, and that you should be doing all these things other than creating. But the simple fact is, while their intentions are good, most of what they're telling you to do is going to pull you away from creating. And if you are starting as a creator and you genuinely want to do something with it and you feel it in your heart, there's never been a better time to start and make money with it. And I know you might be asking, why should I listen to you on this? Well, in short, I've been creating content 6-7 years. I don't know the exact date right now, but it's been since 2016. And I've went through every avenue of content creating you can imagine. I've been the second shooter for somebody. I've been somebody that ran a freelance business during COVID. I'm somebody who is making a living using my work right now off of social media and YouTube and everything else. Like I've been to the freelance aspect where I'm running my own freelance thing. I've been to the freelance aspect where I'm running, I'm working at somebody else's business, creating things. I've worked with an entrepreneur and slept on an entrepreneur's couch and created work for them. And I've lived in my car before, and I've been to these different areas. And so from that experience, I've gained a lot of different just perspectives from things. And so that's why I wanted to do this, is because on social media, I don't see a lot of people doing this necessarily in the content creator niche or the artist niche. And I especially don't see people talking about the bad things other than imposter syndrome and burnout. So I wanted to talk more in depth and kind of document this process and, let you know what you're signing up for. Because again, your friends and family aren't going to understand the vision. You can't expect them to, and I say that with a grain of salt. I say that because until you make something happen, until you take it and run, until you learn the skills necessary and you start to get somewhere, you've got to create the vision for them to see. Because at the end of the day, the people that matter won't care, and the people that care don't matter. And I think that's going to be an important thing that you should keep in mind if you're going to be, brand new at creating. You're brand new at anything. And of course, if you are just starting out and you do get that camera and you are just taking photos, go ahead and have that secondary side hustle that helps get you through. But if you're really passionate about what you're doing, there's no way you lose unless you quit. And I want to let you know that anything's possible. You look at people making $25,000 for TikTok. You look at people that are telling stories. You look at people that pick up a guitar and learn how to play it on YouTube and then teach other people how to do it. You look at people that blow up on SoundCloud. There's room for everybody to succeed on different platforms with different things. Why not you? If somebody else can do it, why can't you? And most importantly, if you can fail at what you don't want in life, why don't you try to succeed at what you do want? And this show is a great example. As I'm recording this, I've got just under 1,300 subscribers on YouTube. Hair's a mess. Didn't even do my hair right now. It's 2 a.m. I've got to be up early tomorrow. And I figured, hey, I want to create more content. The main point is I can't make any growth financially or followers-wise or anything like that unless I just get started. And I wanted to say that because we're in the same boat here, right? We're both small-time creators. We both love what we do. We both want to pick up a camera or a guitar or a piano or a piece of sheet music and want to sing. We have ambitions and we have things that we enjoy doing. And so why can't we build our life off of health, wealth, and happiness? Why can't we do something that moves our body, that makes us healthy, that makes us enjoy being in this vessel that we're walking around in? Because we're not our outside bodies. I'm Joe, but inside I'm not Joe. This body stays behind when I pass away, right? Not to get into religion or anything like that. I'm just saying, this body is deteriorating. The battery life on this is 100 years or less, right? So why don't I do things to help preserve that for my health? Why don't I do things that are for my wealth, right? That's working your job or your side hustle or whatever you're doing. For me, this is my wealth. And it just so happens that it helps me with my happiness, but now writing and reading and music and other stuff like that, that is what I really characterize as my happiness as well. Like, this is wealth, that's happiness. And so I feel like it's important to have all three. Now, there's a certain point in time where you just put your nose to the grindstone and you hustle and you work your ass off. But here's to being better creators. Here's to succeeding together. Here's to learning that, hey, not everybody's going to see the vision unless you do. And they're not going to see it right away. And I want you to be able to take that with a grain of salt and realize that if you keep going with your vision, one day they're going to go from that's not possible to I always knew you could do it. And I was just going to go ahead and finish this by saying, just because you're alone doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Don't not do something because you don't have someone to do it with. Just because you don't have someone to take photos of you doesn't mean you can't set up a tripod and take photos of you with your phone, your camera, whatever you have. Do what you can with what you have. Just because you're alone doesn't mean you shouldn't go and have that gym journey and go have that transformation. You shouldn't not go on that hike because you're alone. You shouldn't not go enjoy that coffee house because you're alone. You shouldn't not make that reel because you're alone. If anything, if you can do it when you're alone, then imagine what you can do with other people around you. And that's going to be the first episode of the Ask Joe Show. If you have any questions or comments or anything that you'd like to tell me or you'd like to know in the future, please comment down below and I will do my best to answer that in the very next episode. I will see you next week for episode 2 of the Ask Joe Show. Thank you.